Okay guys, it's Max from MadTimMax, and in this video I'm going to be building another thing. So this is what I'm going to be building. It's a little battery powered rechargeable lamp. As you can see, it's quite cool. This is the second one I've made. I'm going to be making a third one now. It has a battery in from an old phone, and you can recharge it, and it's just using 5-volt LEDs over here. So yeah, and it's really simple, and you can use it out of recycled parts. That's what I'm doing, and all the scrap wood that I have down here. So this is going to be for the middle of the lamp, where I'm going to cut out a little square out of 12mm, this 12mm ply, and then I get a coping saw and go round it to hollow it out to create like a box. When you glue the two bits of 6mm either side of it, you get like a hollow bit in the middle where you can have the battery and the switch and the charging port. The 6mm, as you can see on the light, goes on the top and the bottom, and then you got 12mm going up here, and then a 6mm top which is slightly angled, and then some 5-volt LEDs that are cool white at the moment. So yeah, let's get building this. Okay guys, so here is what I've cut out so far. This is what I've done so far. These are the middle bits, like I said, the bits that will be hollowed out. So I'm gonna get a coping saw and go around them. They're all gonna have a battery in, like I mentioned. It's just 12mm ply, and it's 90mm by 90mm, which is 9cm by 9cm. It's square. I am going to clamp them together and file them down so they're all identical. And then this pile next to it is 6mm MDF, that's 12mm ply, and that is 6mm MDF. So there's 10 of these, there's 5 of them. That's because these are used for the top and bottom of each one. So these are still 90 by 90 again. So basically how it's going to go is there's going to be a piece of MDF for the bottom, then the middle, which will be hollowed out so it's like a box when you put the top on, like that. And it will end up a bit like that over there. And then a bit of MDF on the top, and then stick the LEDs to it. But this one I glued everything, so there's barely any screws apart from those two in the top. But this one, I'm going to glue those two together, which is the top part. And then I'm going to, once this is hollowed out and everything, obviously I'll hollow that out first with a coping saw. Then glue that to that, and then glue the battery in and all the circuit stuff, and then I'll screw that on the back, so so you can take it off, only with really small screws, like those ones up there. In the thing that I made in the last video, if you haven't seen this that I made, check it out up in the card up here. Basically, I've got loads of batteries which I ordered off of eBay. They were just like a listing. I got them for 10 quid, all of these batteries. But these are the small ones that will be able to fit in this boxes, and then these ones are ones that I can use in other projects, or maybe different types of lights, I don't know. So as you can see all the stuff over there, there's lots of them. That's because there's enough stuff to make 5 of them. That's why I've got so much, because I'm making loads at a time, because I've got all of these batteries. I have one switch, I need to get 4 more switches, and at the moment I'm probably just going to cut this, and also maybe cut some of the MDF top. Here is a piece of wood. It's just an offcut, but it's like the perfect width for that. So I'm going to be using this, and I'm going to cut that down to around 30cm. Yeah, so if you guys want to make this, they're really simple to make. Just chop up some bits of wood. If you've got a coping saw, cool. If you haven't, you could drill round with loads of holes, and then it will come out. Because I mean, you're not going to see it. These aren't done nicely inside. They just quick go around in a circle kind of thing. As long as everything fits, it's all going to be covered, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to file it out after if you use the drill method. Here's the little micro USB port on the side. Then there's a switch, and then there's a battery inside, and some 5-volt LEDs on the top. And the cable goes up the back here because I didn't want to drill a hole. It's just the easiest way to do it, so you guys can do the same. I just glued it on the back there with some super glue. So let's get back on with building it then. Okay guys, so I didn't film doing the 6mm MDF filing, but I'm just about to file these ones down, so I just made sure they're as close to being aligned as possible, then clamped them in this clamping device, and then now I'm about to file them all down. So they're not too bad, as you can see, it's not too bad, but it does need a little fix up. Okay guys, so I'm just halfway through cutting out the middle of the 12mm ply with the coping saw. I'm doing 3 on this one, and then the next time we'll do 2 because I've got 5 of them. But yeah, so I just drilled 3 holes, even though I didn't really need to. I just needed 1 really. This one I didn't even use, I just went round it. You can't really see it though. And then I'm just going around. It doesn't really matter. This is old scrap wood, as you can see. It's like got purple marks, and look, that's not sawdust, that mark. That's like paint and stuff. So yeah, so you can just use scrap wood because it's going to be covered both sides. So that's what I'm doing, and just coping saw. So that's the next update, and I'll update you later on as well. Okay guys, so at the moment I'm doing the little bits around here. So what I did is I put that there, marked around it, clamped that to the table just over the edge there, got a coping saw and cut in, and that's gone all the way through that one, but it doesn't matter because once that's glued to that with some wood glue, which is down there, that will be nicely secured. Okay guys, so as you can see, I'm now back at my mum's, and I've kind of missed out some footage because the SD card ran out of storage and I had nowhere to put it, but now I'm back at my mum's. I've freed up space on the SD card, and now I can update you guys. So here is what I'm doing. It's a little bit messy, as you can see. Everywhere there's stuff. But basically, I've completed one of them. So here is one of them. Cable down the back into there and screwed on the bottom. Yep. And then basically, here's kind of the perfect time to show you guys what the inside looks like. So basically the inside is just a battery, and then I have like the little charging port over here, and this hole here is for, well, not is for a switch, but is for to make the bigger hole for the switch to go through. But I don't have any more switches, so I need to wait for them to arrive, and I don't have enough micro USBs or enough LEDs, but enough to make that one over there that's bare at the moment. And also this one here, I have enough for that. I've got loads of wire, as you can see. This is my wire box, loads of heat shrink. But yeah, so if you just touch these 2 wires, this is instead of the switch at the moment. As you can see, that turns on. Only one's wired up at the moment. I'm halfway through wiring these up, and I just remembered that I forgot to update you guys since I've been back. Again, cable glued up the back, goes through a hole there, comes through, LEDs, and yeah, so it goes through the switch, which is going to be on the top, just like that one there. So I'm just going to carry on. I might be able to do some time lapses now because I've got some storage on the SD card. So yeah, let's carry on. Okay guys, so as you can see, 2 there, and then the other one's in another room over there. But yeah, I've done all 3. So I decided to do 6 in the end, not 5. But 5 was too much to do at the same time, so I've done it 3 at a time. So 3 I've done today and yesterday, and then probably next weekend I'll do the other 3. But basically, they're done. This one, as you can see, doesn't have a switch, and it's on. That's because it's just taped in at the bottom. If you can just see there, the little bit of white tape. And then, yeah, so they're both on. They're nice and bright at the moment. So, yeah, they work really well, and like they're a nice height. They're angled slightly differently because they're for different uses. That you can see, the back one's steeper than the front one. But yeah, so I've ordered some switches because I only had 2. One that I used on the one that I showed you at the beginning of this video, the one that was already built, and also that one with the red. But I've ordered loads more, and I've also ordered some more LEDs and some more micro USBs for the charging. If you look there, the micro USB for the charging, and that is because I've run out of them. Like, I've only got 1 LED left, and each strip has 3 LEDs in, and there's 9 LEDs in total. And I'm also going to varnish these with some clear water-based varnish. The previous one that I did, I used oil-based varnish, and I'm just going to compare which is better for this kind of project, oil-based or water-based, and I'll find out after doing the water-based after these. So guys, I really hope you learned something from this video, and try making one of these for yourself. All of the bits that I used was recycled material, bits that I had lying around. Apart from the batteries I bought to recycle them because they were bad batteries, so I just want a listing on eBay. But yeah, so try building these if you're into building stuff and soldering. You don't even have to solder, you can just tape the bits together. But yeah, it's a nice recycled project. If you've got any batteries lying around, or switches, or LEDs, or all sorts, you don't have to use LED strips, anything you want. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video next Wednesday.